Hi, everybody. It's Amber if you're new here, and if not, welcome back. We're finally doing it, guys. We're finally doing it. You guys have been so patient since the day I put out Hi Ren, and now we're like 25 Ren videos later, and I hadn't done it yet. I wanted to make sure I had a full day like this to record, because after work, I just have to kind of cram this in. But right now, nobody's home, nothing. There's no sound, no nada. We can do this, and we can do this right. So I'm excited to finally do it. And also, I was super nervous because like one person would say, here's the right playlist. And another person's like, no, watch the 13-minute version. Another person's like, well, they added a prologue. Another person's like, well, this goes into Vincent, but don't watch Vincent yet. And I'm over here like, but the consensus I've come to, and these are the comments that are the most prevalent, was to come here and watch Ren, The Tale of Jenny and Screech, the 13-minute version. I've heard conflicting info, but this is I would say more than 80% of you said watch this, and this is the best way to go. So that's what I'm going to do. If that's wrong, I'm sorry, but that's just the majority of you said this, so I'm putting full faith in you guys. So let's go ahead. Oh, you chipped your guitar, Ren. Anyway, let's go ahead. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's about. Let's do it. Oh boy.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
So something that Ren always does, I'm sorry, I know we're like 10 seconds in, I'm already pausing. Something that Ren does, I pointed it out in other videos. I'm assuming most have caught on to this, but if not, obviously this is Ren's style. I'm talking about his attire right now and his outfit. I know that's already his style. And obviously, again, like I said on the Genesis acoustic, it's nighttime in the UK, so it's cold. So I believe that anyway. But if you look closely, since he does his live performances with so many of these, right there by his waist, so his guitar is actually plugged in. And it looks like what it's actually doing is it's running to a receiver that he's wearing either on the back of his waist, or he's wearing something up under here, basically. And he's wearing the loose fit jacket entirely to conceal that. But it just happens to fit so well with his style, which is something that he's very good at doing that. He knows how to do this all ahead of time. Sorry, I can't not, from the perspective of someone that creates music videos for myself and others, I can't not break that down.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James!
So something he's already doing that I'm in love with, this is awesome, and it's so simple, but it's effective, is instead of shooting a music video of the story he's telling, he's walking the path of the story. So when he says like it's a lonely night on an empty street in London, that's literally what he's doing. But even the little bit where he's like, a road she had walked so many times before. Notice he's not just saying that. He's looking behind him and watching his back as if to imply a discomfort even in a familiar territory. So he's like, a lonely night on a street she'd walked before. And like in that moment chooses to look behind him. That's brilliant storytelling what he's doing right here.
Somewhere in London City, Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet.
Watch his
she
head.
was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up all go Jenny, a boy named Screech.
Shout out to the guy just chilling on his balcony up there, taking like a smoke break. So something else that I'm noticing he's doing is that, I mean, it's obviously just from, like, this is just how songs work. Like, obviously, but watch his hand placement on his guitar and God, I don't know how to word this. I don't quite know how to word it, but he's doing very intentionally when he's speaking about Jenny versus when he's speaking about I'm gonna go with Screech because he said two names already, but he's very distinct in how he's playing the guitar when referencing one or the other, which is another very small thing you can do to add the effect.
Telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up all go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If all go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy called Screech. Reach with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest. And the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
No. No. Ren, we are 2 minutes in. What do you mean? No.
The last thing you see will be a boy called Screech. Reach with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest. And the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
What he did that was really cool because it starts, I don't want to say happy, but calm, and she's just, walking a street she's familiar with. And then the obviously the ending Yeah, but what he did do though is he used the same. So it was a cold night on a London street, walking down a road she'd walked so many times. Appears both like at the beginning and the end, but um, it's a cool like bring it back full circle, but just because she's familiar with it, it didn't stop her from encountering danger. It's honestly one of the reasons I hate going to the city. From personal experiences, is you can get really comfortable in a place and things can still happen, you know. So, um, I don't want to jump the gun here too much though. Like I'm going light on this first song because I want to see, because we're literally like 20% in. So where it goes from where that just ended, which is sad as hell, I'm very intrigued what you tell from there. That might even be a Taylor guitar. I have two guitars, but the nicer one is a Taylor guitar, and it's beautiful sound. Nope, we're going back. We're gonna hear that again. We're gonna hear that again. G-E-E-E-N, again. What is this? Devil went down to Georgia? Whew!
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear.
I like that line, but am I wrong? Isn't the whole thing about Big Ben that people mistake it, that it's not actually the tower or the clock? Isn't it actually the bell inside or something like that is Big Ben? And people have just accepted that the whole clock tower itself is Big Ben. Isn't that like the whole thing about Big Ben? Is that it quietly, we've all completely misunderstood which aspect of it is Big Ben. If an American got a British fact right, I want a cookie.
To the end, at the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
So wait, I'm trying to do a little check-in here. So at this point right now, right, Jenny was on a normal walk at night on a street she was familiar with. Unfortunately, encountered Screech, who had been smoking with his friends and whatnot. He tried to rob her. She wasn't having it. He took the stance of, oh, you think I won't really? And then ultimately he ended up going further than even he intended, left her bleeding for dead on the floor, right there in that corner of the street. He booked it, tried to run to his friend's house, sort of terrified and in shock of what he had actually done, even after setting out with bad intention in the moment. The fact that it went as far as it did, he's struggling with that situation. He went somewhere he thought he'd be safe, his friend's house, to try to get comfort, solitude, and he didn't know where else to really turn after what he did. And then his friend wasn't home, so that brings us to where we're at right now. I think I'm up to par so far.
Does away.
And if I'm misunderstanding the story so far, well, I'm American. We don't know stuff.
Hey, babe, are you in? No, nothing really. I'm just a bit tired. Listen, can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
Daily reminder to check in with your insurance company and find an in-network therapist for you. It can be affordable with a great low rate.
Miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech!
Oh, this is not gonna go well for you, Screech. No. No. Oh my good golly jeebus bagrashkamish gosh osh bagosh. Damn. Alright, so his friend wasn't home, his girlfriend blew him off on the phone. Although with the way he's behaving, shit, I'd hang up on you too. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is not gonna go well for you, Screech. I'm scared for you. That's a potential thumbnail. Hold on 1 second. You guys are getting a little peek behind the... There we go.
Boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Amber's adjusting.
No time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
That's creative. That's creative.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
I got scared there for a minute that it was already over. I was like, that's so short. I mean, great, but that's so short. And then I realized we're like touching tips with halfway. Giggity.
And it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
All right, one of them's waking up in the hospital. No! No, you can't throw my middle name in this. I won't have it. No. Oh my God. I don't know how to feel right now. No. What are we doing to Violet? Violet just makes YouTube videos. Violet didn't hurt nobody. Violet doesn't have any friends. What are we doing? I want to know how he worked out the deal. Is this a really good set piece? Or did he get permission to do this? Might not even be a hospital. He could have even gotten like a corner off in like a nursing home or something that has a little bit of equipment that he can kind of prop up. It might just be a good set piece though. Because he really only needs the monitor and the saline solution on the IV, the stand. Huh. He's so much better at the guitar than I will ever be. Now Ren. Hold on, I gotta look up if Ren's single before I make this joke. Oh, I didn't even notice at the end of the bed. Bed 3, Violet. Okay. Wait, no. Is that foreshadowing bed 3, Violet? I'm a smart cookie. Oh, no. You're quite good at the guitar. Ooh, indeed.
London city, far from pretty, 2 005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale. Was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard.
All I'm gonna say is I'm trauma bonding.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew.
Just want to be clear, since I'm, on the internet, saying this and anyone can find it. I love my father. Like, just because I'm trauma bonding doesn't mean I'm trauma bonding to 100% of it. I didn't have a father who did that. My father is incredible. I have experienced some things though, and if you're somebody that's ever gone through that, you're not alone. You're not alone. Giving you a big hug. Let you know you're not alone, okay? Wow. Wow. Okay.
Starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took a tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bed.
Like, I want to watch this for you guys, but like, fuck, man. Sorry, guys. I'm having a rough time. Ren is so good at what he does, but to have this kind of effect on somebody, you have to be good at what you do, you know? It just, fuck.
Never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of...
Guys, I'm sorry. I
She shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy. From pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins are lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.